The first step of every journey is filling up your car tank. In our case, our fuel is the air. So the first critical step is making sure you have all the air that you can possibly need. As you may have heard, there are basically two ways people basically breathe. It's either the thoracic breathing or the diaphragmatic breathing. The thoracic breathing is when you basically let the air get trapped in the upper parts of your body. The diaphragmatic breathing is when you let the air basically fall inside of your lungs and to the lower layers of your lungs. Diaphragmatic coming, of course, from the predominant use of the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle that looks and behaves like a parachute. It's attached to your lower ribs and the bottom of your lungs. When you lower it, it stretches the lungs and it creates a difference of the pressure inside of the lungs and the outer atmosphere. That creates suction, like a syringe. The air then gets sucked into your lungs, or rather it falls inside of them because of, physics. And all the pressure that is applied on your internal organs beneath the diaphragm creates a bulge on your stomach. Hence, people say breathe with your stomach, or as I call it, it's an abdominal breathing. When you exhale or when you sing, you let your air escape through your vocal cords and your diaphragm raises and the bulge on your stomach disappears. Rinse and repeat. Now, consider the other type of breathing. The thoracic breathing is when you barely move your diaphragm in order to be able to breathe. Instead, you use the muscles of your chest and the upper back to expand your ribs and create this difference in pressure between your lungs and the atmosphere and create the subsequent suction. When you do it, your chest raises. When you let your air out, it falls back again. I think you can clearly see the superiority of diaphragmatic breathing here. There is not much flexibility in your chest area. You can stretch it and contract it a little bit as the ribs are semi-flexible, but the thoracic breathing is no match for the diaphragm. All the muscles in your abdominal belt can be expanded freely and with ease. Not to mention, when we get to the breath support later in this course, you will be able to control your singing with the muscles of the abdominal belt, freeing your vocal cords from the need for extension.